This is Ben with Pro Performance Roofing. I'm on a roof out in Zebulon. I'm going to be replacing this ridge vent here. So about a month ago, we had snow and ice, and the problem with this ridge vent is it was not nailed all the way down. And you can see here, there's a gap along the entire span, about a half-inch gap. And because of the wind, snow was able to blow up underneath it and then fall through the ridge opening in the middle of the ridge line, which led to the homeowner having some pretty significant leaking on the interior. And the rest of the roof is not like that. The rest of the roof, it's seated all the way down, no leaks anywhere else in the house. And so I'm going to be removing this ridge vent and replacing it with new ridge vent. And once I remove the ridge cap shingles, I'm willing to bet that the nail placement of the ridge vent that's currently installed is likely not going to be in the suggested location where these ring shank nails are supposed to go. When you install it in the correct location, there's a cylinder that gives structural reinforcement to the ridge vent. And a lot of times installers will just put the nail anywhere they wish, which doesn't give you the ability to know if you're under or over driving the nail, and it can cause suppressions in the ridge vent that over time the ridge vent, if it's not planularly flush, can recorrect and pull through the nail that's holding it down and causing problems like that as well. So in general, it was a unique storm. A lot of times when we get snow, there's not a lot of wind. But in this case, there was a significant amount of wind, I think 30, 35 mile an hour wind, the night of the snowstorm and then the following day. So when you have snow sitting on your roof and there's a lot of wind, it can easily, pummel up underneath the ridge vent there and settle into the attic. So I'll go ahead and show you what this looks like once I have it torn out. And again, I'm going to see where the nail placement was on the ridge vent once the ridge caps come off. So let's see what we find. So the ridge cap has just been removed, and sure enough, as I was saying before, this is where the nail is supposed to go to secure the ridge vent onto the ridge line before the ridge cap shingles are nailed down. Now, all of the nails securing the ridge vents are like right on the edge here instead of in the suggested location required by the manufacturer. So I was definitely right. I mean, I run into this stuff all the time, and the new ridge vent will of course mitigate this problem, but this is something that a lot of homeowners really aren't aware of. A lot of home inspectors generally won't catch it. And this is, unfortunately just the overall quality that you get with new construction. I mean, this house is only 6 years old, but we're going to go ahead and get this fixed. And the next snowstorm, they should have no problems, if we even have a snowstorm like that again anytime soon. So just wanted to make you guys aware of some of the issues that can happen, even with small minor details like this, when ridge vents are being added to your new roof, or the condition of the ridge vent on your existing roof. So I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. I'm going to go ahead and get started with the next phase. So I have everything removed. We're going to go ahead and get started. There's the new ridge vent, ridge cap. What I am going to do is put a strip of ice and water shield over the ridge line all the way down to waterproof, that top edge where the last row of shingles are. And then I'm going to cut the opening back open before I put the ridge vent on. So ice and water shield basically is just a very thick and sticky adhesive backed membrane, especially when it gets heat. It's going to melt to the roof, and then any nail that passes through it, it's almost sponge-like material that has a granular back surface, and it's just essentially what it's going to do is waterproof any nail that is driven through it along this edge of the ridge line. So if this were to ever reoccur, despite the fact the new ridge vent is going to be seated properly to the shingles, It'll just keep water from being able to leak through the fasteners. So I'll give you an update on what it looks like when I'm done. Got the ice and water shield in place, ready to start the ridge vent, and we are on the home stretch. And they should be leak free for years to come, separate from the fact they have an IKO shingle. But nonetheless, this is how you do a proper repair. I'll show you what it looks like when I'm finished. Again, this is Ben with Pro Performance Roofing. If you feel like you may have expected leaks, or you suspect that there's leaks on your house, you're kind of unsure what's going on, you've seen a little water spot, you don't know where it's coming from, we'd be happy to help. 919-880-9785. Pro Performance Roofing. Talk to you soon. So we are all finished up with the new ridge vent. No gap. You can see all the way down with the ice and water shield kind of sticking out. Here I had to cut a little like 18-inch piece just because they come in 4-foot sections. So 4, 8, 12, and then 14 feet. So sometimes you're gonna see a slight imperfection where you have to do that. You're pretty much not gonna notice that from the ground. What matters is that you don't have any gaps, so snow can't blow up in there. Plus the ice and water shield is gonna secure all the nails and waterproof the shafts of the ring shank nails that are holding the ridge vent in. But also the purpose of that cylinder that these are installed in protects the nail from water being able to get to it and leak through on the ridge line. So now we're gonna do the ridge cap shingles, and then we'll be all wrapped up here. All finished up. Done, done, done. Just need to put some caulk on the last termination shingle here. But this is nice and tight. Good to go. Ice and water shield on the edges, sealed all the way down. Should not have a problem in the future. So glad I could help. Thank you guys.